Hey, what's up, everyone, and welcome to the last episode of We Need to Talk for 2019.
Yeah.
Y'all, we made it. Well, barely, but we're going to talk about that too. But it has been quite a year, so we're just going to do some recaps on some of our favorite things that we've talked about, some things that have happened in our own lives this year, things that we want to see happen in 2020. It's going to be a fun episode. Not a long episode, but just a quick recap. And we also want to hear from you. If you do New Year's resolutions, what your resolutions are, what you're looking for. If this is the last year of the decade. We're starting a new decade.
Is it that?
Yes.
I thought 2020 is the last year.
Well, if you start in 2000,
because we start
10,
with 1, right?
11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Is 10 the last? Because 10 would be the last, right?
No, I think we're starting a new decade.
Okay.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
That's also
I think this is like the Sunday, Monday conversation.
Is right. Sunday is the week beginning.
Yeah. So I'm going to say it's a new decade.
Okay, I'm with
That's
it.
what we're going with.
Sounds better.
So, Karmel, what is a memorable topic or situation or news story for you this year? There was a lot. A lot happened this year.
There's a lot. I think the Jussie Smollett one.
Of course.
By far.
Where is he also?
Right.
He's been gone all year.
I'm not a big Empire watcher or fan of the show.
He ain't on the show no more.
Is he? I don't know.
He boy gone.
Okay. All right. As he should be.
As he should be.
I think that, and then Dave Chappelle's Six and Stone special,
okay,
which on its own was amazing, but his take on that was absolutely comedic gold.
And it was all true.
All true.
He told no lies.
Oh my God, so good. But that to me was the best, most funniest, most interesting. Because the whole, still to this day, I do not get what he was trying to accomplish with the whole situation. So that would be the first thing that comes to my mind.
I mean, I'm agree with you. I think that was one of the funnier ones. I'm not even like upset by it. I think it's hilarious.
Right? Yeah.
Because like you just look at all the facts. Still to this day, the whole thing was just a mess. Like you go. You have this whole situation. It goes through all this stuff. You cry on TV, and then the next thing you know, all the charges have been dropped, and nobody knows why or what happened. And then it's just gone.
Absolutely gone.
And then he's nowhere to be found, basically. I mean, I feel like this whole year, like I'm gonna go on his Instagram right now. I think I'm like seriously.
He has an Instagram?
Yeah, he does. I think he has literally since the night it happened. He has only had 5 Instagram posts.
Wow.
This whole year.
Wow.
And he has all the comments turned off, so you can't even comment on anything. But that's interesting to me.
I mean, is that what he wanted? Is that what you? I mean,
he hasn't posted since June on Instagram.
Wow.
So I don't know what he wanted, what he was trying to do. I hope 2020 is a clear vision for him, and he figures it out. I don't know how you come back from something like that, though. To be honest, I don't know how he's going to come back from that.
For him, I mean, he's in a several layers of issues with him being gay, one, and also being a black male and having done this. I mean, we've seen a lot of white actors and entertainers go through some stupid stuff and come back fine. You picked the worst person to do something this stupid, by far. Black and gay.
Yeah, you just
black and gay, bro.
You just.
You just didn't want to work no more. I just don't want to work no more. I don't want to say no. I don't want any more work.
Didn't want to work anymore.
Oh my God.
So that was definitely one of my favorites, and I'm curious to see what will happen with him next year, or if anything at all. I don't know what he's gonna do, but he may need to like take a different name or get a new look so people don't know it's him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the situation is, but the whole thing is bizarre. But that's how we started the year off, y'all. That's how you knew, okay, 2019 gonna be like this. Yeah, this was January.
Yeah, people probably think that was this year. Yes, that was this
January
year.
Of this year.
Out the gate.
Out the gate, we were like this. So, that kind of set the precedent. And I posted this meme the other day that it was like 2019 was basically like, but did you die though?
Right.
And it's like, almost.
But you're still here.
It was a rough year for a lot of people. It really was. And I feel like, I don't know what it is, but I can get into like energy and like manifestation and all that stuff. But it was a weird year. And
it was.
I think for me, I would say memorable, not in like the best way, but was just kind of seeing all of this like political turmoil unfold, you know, and now we are going into impeachment, which I didn't think was even going to happen. I'm actually shocked we've even gotten to this point, but this whole year of just the crap that would come out of that president's mouth to lead to where we are now. It's just like, well, okay, well, we're here now, you know? Like, maybe it was worth dealing with. But I mean, it was such a roller coaster ride with this administration this year.
I think this has been, 'cause again, I'm not a big fan of politics, but for the drama that it is, it's been fun to watch.
Yeah.
Like, it has been, like, they have written this script very well. Because, like, now we're at the end of the year, and now we finally, to me, I'm like, how are we not impeaching this guy? Yeah. I mean, the stuff that he's done is by far, let's get the ball rolling. But then after a while, I'm like, nah, nothing's going to happen to the guy. So that's been fun. I think this year has seen a lot of things that in my years, I'm like, we're doing this now? Like, the chicken sandwich. The Popeyes chicken sandwich incident, to me,
that was really a monumental event for some people, but like what it led to, like death and destruction
over a chicken sandwich.
I mean, come on. Hey, well, at least it wasn't a turkey sandwich,
right? See, exactly. No one's fighting.
You'd really be mad.
Yeah, no one's fighting no turkey sandwich.
But yeah, how? That's a good one. I think that definitely goes on the list of like most ridiculous things of 2019 for the reaction that it got, how big it got. I mean, nobody had a bigger glow up than Popeyes.
Popeyes won this year by far.
I'm so surprised. Did you ever have one?
Nope.
John had one.
Really?
Changed his life. He said it was amazing.
Wow.
$4.37. He was like, I'm not gonna lie, this sandwich was really
that's really
good.
Crazy. Because and I gotta say this, I've heard some people, it's either been like 8+ amazing or it's a good sandwich.
Right.
So it's probably really that good. I'm now at a point where I will not have one. I've told myself I won't eat one.
You're fine.
Yeah.
But also, I think what scared me when I saw the damn sandwich is like how much sodium was in it. And I told him, I was like, can you please drink a gallon of water after you eat that sandwich? Because
it is a whole aisle of salt.
It's like a week's it's like a week's worth of salt.
Easily.
It's crazy. But
and that's without you putting the sauce on it, because you're going to put sauce on it. You have to.
Right. There's certain things that you have to do.
You have to put sauce on it.
But that's funny. I mean, people lost their lives over that sandwich.
There was people getting beat
their
up
lives.
And killed
that's
for a sandwich.
Oh my goodness. I think another memorable one for me was the crazy racist costumer in Eagle Rock, who did the rant in CVS.
Oh yes. We had a few of those this year.
We did.
We had a few rants, but that one stood. Yeah, that one stood out the most.
I still need to do a follow up with my friends that work in the costume union and see to make sure that she actually got kicked out and all that stuff. But that was something else. And I think I was mostly shocked, and people were like, "No, Eagle Rock's really racist." I was like, maybe I'm living in a bubble. Yeah, I was like, I didn't think Eagle Rock was racist.
Eagle Rock is like a very diverse area to me.
And full of hippies.
Yeah.
And vegan stuff. So like I was confused. But I mean, there's little hubs of racism everywhere, no matter where you are. But that definitely was a memorable one for me. And it kind of gave me, it reminded me, not that I don't ever think that racism is an issue, but it just reminded me how close to home it can be. You think, I mean, we live in LA. We live in a very diverse area. People are very involved in the arts and you have the hubs for, different TV shows that like Shonda Rhimes is creating, or like Ava DuVernay's out here. Like you feel like, okay, we're kind of safe here. Yeah. And then when something like that happens, you're like, ooh. Oh, okay.
Maybe not.
Yeah, exactly. Shoot. So that was another memorable one for me.
I think the Game of Thrones ending.
Ooh, God, that was this year.
Man, that hurt. That hurt. Because I was all in. You were mad? I was super mad. Super mad. Because it was it was building up to be, and it's already considered one of the greatest shows ever. And to me, the ending also now puts it below my top 3. But it was on its way. As it was going, I saw, okay, this makes sense. And then I think it was the episode where, if you guys haven't seen it by now,
if you haven't, I don't know what to tell you.
It don't matter, right? Yeah. But Arya kills the Night King. Yes. You're like, oh my God. So now to me it was like, okay, this show is now number 1. It hit me. That was dope. I know who's gonna be the king now. and you did that. You wrote that.
You know, I have to say though, now knowing the way that it ended, it actually makes me hate Bran even more.
Right.
It like actually makes me hate him. Like, you've been sitting here this whole time knowing what was gonna happen, and you didn't do nothing. I mean, maybe he's like, I can't do anything, otherwise it won't end this way. But that, it just made me so mad. So you just sitting there in your little chair, watching all this stuff go down. Like, it's gonna be cool. This is what's gonna happen. I know who's gonna die. I know when they're gonna die. I know what's like, and you're just sitting there.
Yeah.
It made me hate him. It really did.
Yeah. Jamie should have pushed him a little harder.
I ain't mad at you for saying that.
Oh my God.
I ain't.
Because he ruined everything. He ruined everything.
He really did.
So yeah, that was one of my disappointing. But the whole backlash was just amazing. How many people were just so upset at that ending.
Yeah, but I get it. I mean, when you give your life to a show, like,
yes, because people were.
It was like 9 years that you gave our lives to this show, and you know, you feel it's like a bad breakup.
Making us wait a year and a half.
Yeah, that was rude too.
And then you end it like that? Like, yeah, no.
You're like, oh, they're making us wait this long? Okay,
it's gonna be good, right?
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. And I still think at the end of the day, I think it was an incredible show.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Epic.
Yeah.
I know. I think a lot of people aren't ever going to be satisfied when shows end, and it's just the way that it is. But this one, I get it.
It's it's still not The Wire.
I get it. Another monumental event that happened for me was seeing the When They See Us documentary and then having Jerome win the Emmy.
Yes.
I've never been like so emotional and so invested in somebody that I didn't know personally. And first of all, I'm upset that he didn't get nominated for
Golden Globe.
That's, another conversation. But I mean, a lot of people didn't get nominated for the Golden Globes. Golden Globes list was weird. Netflix dominated the Golden Globes, which is so bizarre. But I guess that's just where we're headed.
Exactly.
Which I guess I don't have an issue with. Netflix is putting a lot of money into their programming, into their movies and stuff, and so cool.
And they're good.
But I think having that story told in the way that Ava DuVernay told it was so crucial and so important. And I hope that if people haven't seen it even to this point, that you take the time to look. I know it's hard to watch, but it's hard to be Black.
Yeah.
So
yes.
So like, just you got to watch it. Especially if you're a white person. Like, if you have not watched it, get over it, because this is what people fear. People of color fear often.
Yes.
And what they feel often. So take the time to watch it, because not even just from a storytelling perspective, from an arts perspective, it's a masterpiece, and she really, really did an incredible job.
And Jarrell's performance is worth watching.
It's unbelievable.
I felt like I know him and
Corey.
And Corey.
Yeah.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
What else?
Anything personal for you that happened this year that was a big deal?
Personal. I dipped in and out of comedy this year. To really focus on Black Brew. If you guys aren't aware, I own a coffee company, the darkest, richest, boldest coffee anywhere. Go to blckbrw.com and get you some.
It's very good, guys.
Yes. Good. So we had a lot of fun with that this year. And owning it, I learned a lot in owning a business, and I knew there was a lot to learn. But there are some weird things and weird things you have to be aware of. Is people want to own your business sometimes. And so you have to fight that. Like, I know people are excited sometimes. Come on, do this, do that. But then some people are like, why aren't you doing this? I'm like, because it's not your business. Right. Like, it's mine. Like, I'm trying to run it my way. But
right.
It's like some people are like, oh, you got to do that. You got the money? Like, if you got the money, I'll do it.
Right.
But people don't understand how much money goes into trademarking and inventory and all the stuff you have to pay for. So I've learned a lot with that. And then, like I said, I took a break from comedy to really focus on that. And then getting back into comedy, it was cool to see that I set the love for it. But what I had a love for is people's reactions to me talking about certain things.
Yeah.
So like the turkey thing, I did a whole night on turkey.
Oh my God, stop! Not a whole night.
A whole night. Every time, 'cause I was hosting. So every time I got up after someone performed, I somehow or another made their set about turkey.
That is hilarious.
And people, you don't like turkey. That's the thing I came away with. is people don't like turkey. So if you're ever at a Black Brew when we open up our first cafe, we won't have no turkey in there.
No turkey
At
sandwiches.
all. No turkey sandwiches.
No turkey, nothing.
No,
That's
nothing.
hilarious.
'Cause I don't even think turkey sandwiches are made of real turkey. Because they're not as dry as turkey. I actually the best
deli slices you mean?
Yeah.
You think it's mixed with something?
It's gotta be mixed with something. They put some chicken in that turkey. It's like 40% chicken.
Stop it.
Because turkey is horrid.
Oh my gosh.
Horrid. Turkey is just basically like colored cardboard. They just make it light.
That is so funny.
Disgusting. So like, so getting back into comedy, that was fun for me, and just seeing like some people, come on, we thought you weren't doing comedy no more, this and that. Like, no, I was working on some other stuff. So those are the two biggest things that happened for me. And how about you?
Good for you. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. Like I had a lot of performance things. You know, I get to open for Smokey Robinson, sing the national anthem for the California Democratic Convention, which was a huge accomplishment. Career-wise stuff, like things were up and down. It's always up and down. But I mean, obviously, personally, just now we're having our first child, which I'm so excited about.
Congrats again.
We just bought a house. We're moving at the end of the year, and
nice.
So personally, things are just moving forward. I'm like, dang, I'm an adult.
Right.
Like, when did this happen?
Yeah.
Do you ever have moments though where you're just like, wait, I'm like an adult?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, having kids of my own,
yeah,
has kind of done that for me. I'm working sometimes. I'm kind of by myself or whatever. So then there's been some times when I was like been driving like, this is all on me. Yeah. Like I got no one else to fix this. Like, okay. You gotta
that's
figure this out.
Funny. This is all on me. Like is this me or nobody else?
Right.
That's funny.
Because there's times where I feel like I'm still, 16.
Absolutely.
Like my mind, I know I'm not a big person on age. Age is really just, people will know if they ask how old I am. People who know me will tell them which calendar, because Karmel's gonna say which calendar you're talking about.
Oh my gosh!
And this is my thing. Like I don't know how old I really am. I don't feel my age or whatever I'm supposed to feel. So anyway, I feel like sometimes I'm 16.
Yep.
And then you get a bill and like,
you're like, I'm not
16. I'm like, this is my bill. Okay. Car insurance and everything else. Yeah. Being an adult and telling my daughter who's trying to, grow up so fast, I was explaining to her, like, being an adult just means you're more responsible. And, like, the word responsible is your ability to respond. And as a 16-year-old, you don't have the ability to respond to things in your life. Yeah. I do. So that's why it's my responsibility.
Right.
Soon as you're able to respond, that's it. Like, I told her this, being an adult is not like a Netflix trial. You don't get to think, change your email and try it again, or I'm not going to do it, back off. Once you start this membership,
it is what it is.
You're done.
Yeah.
You're locked in. So
and you got to pay for it.
You've got to pay. Yeah. So it's being adults. It's interesting.
I'm with you. What do you hope to see happen in 2020? Just either in your own life or like just the news, the media, the world.
Wow. So for me, I mean, definitely doing more comedy. I'm trying to get more into acting. I've got to representation now, so I'm working on that.
Good.
Definitely trying to open a cafe.
Awesome.
Black Brew Cafe and probably a brew truck.
I like that. Okay.
Yeah. So that's one thing. And then you say you just bought a house. I'm looking to probably buy a house hopefully next year, because the whole renting thing, that's one thing about being an adult that's kind of like hit me hard in the past few years, is that like I'm renting and giving someone else money. Like I'm paying to their salary or their rent or their mortgage or whatever. So I'm like, I'm done with that. And I've talked to a lot of people about just managing money more now that I'm, on my own, have my own business. It's so crucial to manage your money correctly.
Yeah.
So one thing I want to do is start making my money work for me more. And I think one of the biggest ways is owning property and real estate. So I've talked to my mom and some of my, just family members about, pulling together money or whatever, but definitely owning property in the next year. That's in stocks or whatever, just being better with managing money.
Absolutely. It's super important. And, any knowledge any of you listening can get about finances, do it now. Do it. Don't wait,
please. Yes,
because it's about just making your own wealth and making things work for you. That's a whole thing with John, my husband. He's like, renting makes no sense, leasing a car makes no sense. Put yourself in a position so that you can own, so you don't got to owe nobody anything, and you just got to pay for it, and it's yours and stuff. Yeah,
and that's another one. I leased a car for the first time this year. We'll never do that again.
Yeah,
ever.
John's like so against leasing cars. He's like, absolutely not. I'd rather walk.
Yeah. And to that point, like now the car I got now is like, it's the basic as it gets, and I'm cool. I'm so cool with it because like, I know some people who are proponents of leasing, like, oh, you don't have to worry about this, you don't have to worry about that. If you get tired, if you get a new car, but I'm like, just managing my miles alone, just like I couldn't do it. I'm like, I'm good. So like the next go around, I'm just gonna buy something I want and keep it and be a car that I like. Because I know people say, oh, as soon as you buy a car, you lose it. But if I buy a car I want, it's my car. Exactly. I like the car. I'm not just buy a car just for no reason. But also like in terms of managing money and investing, I know people are scared. Oh, and they hoard their money, they hold on to it, or they just spend it frivolously. But like one thing that hit me hard this year is I watched a YouTube video on Beyond Meat, like probably a year ago, and then was very curious and just to tasting it and learning more about it. And I mean, the first time I had a Beyond Meat burger, I was like, wow, this thing is great. Yeah. Then I was like, I wonder if the company's public. This was before they gone public. Then when they went public, it just took off, and I was like, I knew this.
We have stuck in.
Really? Yeah. Oh, see? See? Wow.
I told John, it's actually, it's been fluctuating, but I told him, I was like, I think we need to invest in this.
You got in early.
We got in.
Well done. Well done.
Yep.
So that kind of pissed me off. Because I saw it. You know, when you see it, like, okay, that makes sense. I should invest. And I didn't have the money to. And
we didn't put that much in, but we put a little in.
Something, even if it's just a little bit. Yeah, like, okay, I'm in. Like, you feel better about yourself. So like that won't happen again. Once I see something in the market, I kind of sense it. It's worth jumping in. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Especially honestly, if there's anything that has to do with like veganism or like just any form of agriculture, like the way things are going, like energy, try to get into that. Because you're going to see a lot of changes with that stuff over the next couple of 100%. Years, for sure. For me personally, just continuing with music. My dream has always been to record a Christmas album, and I'm thinking maybe next year will be the year.
Oh, yeah.
I just haven't ever sat down to actually do it, figure out arrangements of new songs. Like, you always hear Christmas songs, you're like, ugh, you couldn't think of a better way to do that song. I'm not saying like, oh, I could do it better, but I just always, I love Christmas, and I would love to do a Christmas album. As far as the world goes, Lord have mercy. Yeah, I mean, I hope impeachment does go through. I would like to see there be whoever gets the nomination. I just hope everybody rallies behind it, and then we don't dig ourselves in another grave again.
Sure. Yeah.
Because I think the problem is that when you get into this mindset of like it's either my candidate or not, that's why we ended up with what we have.
Yep.
We got or not. And that's the situation we're in. So I truly hope that there is some sort of unity next year where it's like, you know what? It doesn't matter who it is at this point. We just got to get this man out of office.
Yes.
And get this administration out.
100%.
And I hope, people continue to talk as we have been trying to do with this podcast with the blog and just like posting and stuff just about things, and having conversations and not being afraid to talk about race and being afraid to talk about the LGBT community or be afraid to talk about anything really, because, conversation is the best way to solve problems or just having open dialogue, even if you don't agree. I hope that more people decide to do that in 2020 in this new decade.
Now, about this Christmas album, yeah, you need to do one because there has been some garbage songs out this year.
There really have.
Because my third favorite Christmas song is Last Christmas by Wham.
I'm mad you said third Christmas.
It is. It's my third favorite song.
Wait, what are the first two?
So the first one is This Very Night by the Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Okay.
And number two is the Beatles song. What's the name? What's the name of that song? Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time.
Oh, okay. You could have given me a list of 100 songs, and I wouldn't have guessed any of them.
See? I'm a very unique individual.
You are.
Very unique.
I have a friend that tours with Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Really?
Yeah, he's the lead singer for them.
Wow.
Yeah. And that Beatles song, I'm completely going to disagree with you.
Really? That is a great song.
That song drives me crazy. The Simply
Yes.
Oh my God.
I love it.
And Last Christmas, I think it's a little overplayed.
Song. No, it's not. It wasn't until freaking Taylor Swift did her version.
She did a version?
Yes.
See, I didn't even know.
It's god awful.
Well,
I mean,
come on.
One Note Taylor.
I think my favorite Christmas song is, one of them. I don't know where it is, but I love This Christmas by Donny Hathaway.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's number 4 for me. That's number 4.
I love
That's
it.
number 4.
I wouldn't have guessed that those are yours.
Really?
I love Trans-Siberian Orchestra, though. I love their
Because there's
stuff.
certain songs that are very Christmassy, but there's those 3 specific, when I hear them, are so unique.
Yes.
They
Okay.
feel very Christmassy.
I give
That's
you
what
that.
I'm
I
saying.
give you that.
Even like, Nat King Cole's Chestnuts. You can almost hear that any time of the day.
That's true.
It's
That's
just
true.
a crooner, nice
I'm
song,
with you.
whatever.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
that's what I'm
hear it.
saying.
That Beatles song, though, I get what you're saying, but I can't. That song, ooh, that
Now-
song drives me crazy.
No, you know what song drives me crazy?
What?
Is Bruce Springsteen's Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Is he the Santa Claus is coming?
No, you're singing it way better and you're not even trying.
But it's that version, right?
It's horrific.
Is that like Mariah Carey's version of it?
Yes. Well, yeah, of course. Bruce Springs, he sounds drunk,
But he's not really a singer. Like, if we're gonna be honest,
but he's
like,
trying to sing.
he's been trying to sing.
Oh my God. And that's why I get into issues with you about like people who can sing,
Yeah,
who can
people
sing.
sang. I get you.
Like,
I get you.
if Bruce Springsteen was a brother, that song would have never came out.
It wouldn't. Well, if it would have sounded better.
It would have
than
sounded
that.
better, of course. Like I'd rather have heard "Oh Boy" from Hootie sing it.
Oh yeah, but he can sing.
Right.
Darius has a good voice.
I'd rather hear Darius Rucker
yeah,
sing that
yeah,
song.
Yeah, that's funny.
That song is garbage.
Now,
Straight garbage.
oh my God, what do you do for Christmas? What are your Christmas traditions? Do you have any?
I have an eggnog dance.
You drink eggnog?
I do. Only at
can't.
Christmas.
I can't.
I sip it.
Do you put rum in it or anything?
Oh no, I don't drink alcohol.
Oh yeah, you don't drink.
Yeah.
You just straight up eggnog.
Yeah.
Oh Lord have mercy. Okay.
It's weird, but my kids made me drink it, and it hit me hard. I'm like, oh, this stuff is weird.
Is eggnog? Because I even used to drink it when I was younger, and I'm still like, what am I drinking?
I think that's why I didn't drink, because I used to hate eggs as a kid, and I'm like, eggnog sounds horrific.
And now you love it,
No, I don't like it.
but you still drink it.
For my kids. This is the thing I do.
That's love.
Exactly. If you ever wonder how much I love my
So
kids.
you do eggnog dance. What else?
Have to do several movies.
Okay. Yeah.
Elf.
Yes. Elf for sure.
What's the movie you shot your eye out? Oh my
Shut
God.
your eye out.
Christmas Story. Christmas Story.
Okay. Okay.
And I think the National Lampoon has a Christmas movie.
Okay.
Yeah. And Seeing Just Lights. What's going on in Seeing Lights?
Yes. So that's the same. So we usually do like we're gonna do breakfast, Christmas with my family.
Okay.
We usually do some small gifts on Christmas Eve, but then we'll open on Christmas. We might just do Christmas Eve this year. But looking at Christmas lights has always been a thing.
Got to do that.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it. Have you been to Candy Cane Lane in Woodland Hills?
I have not.
Okay, that one's crazy and you have to go. Try
Okay.
to get there early, especially
Okay.
because it's getting dark now, so it'll start earlier.
Okay.
It's crazy. Just
Okay.
Google Candy Cane Lane in Woodland Hills. It's like the entire area. They all participate.
I like that. I hate going down like street light cities and like 3 or 4 houses aren't doing it.
It's like what, Grinch.
Like, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, you don't have any lights. You could just borrow your neighbor's lights.
Or
We'll give
just
you
put
some
a
lights.
little Santa
Just
or
something
something
out there.
out front. Yeah, don't
Because
be
that's
that
the one I
person.
look at.
Right.
I'm like, you got all these
They
beautiful
could
lights.
be Jewish. We don't know.
That's true. I didn't think about that. I did not. Or Jehovah's Witness or whatever.
Yeah,
Okay,
you never know what the
okay.
situation is, but it is kind of funny when it's like you're the only one. Like really,
You should have done some research before you
Like-
bought in that neighborhood. So this house is nice. Yeah, well, on
Oh
Christmas,
my gosh, it's like
just
an
let you
every year,
guys
it's
know.
like, yeah. Oh,
Have
that's
you been to
so funny.
Have you been to Descanso Gardens?
No, but I love that. I mean, I've been there, but I haven't been
Yes.
there for Christmas.
Yes.
Okay.
100% do that.
Okay.
That's
okay.
dope.
Good. And then there's the zoo lights.
Yeah, I've not done that one
LA
before.
Zoo. That one's really cool.
Okay.
I like that one a lot.
So then, other question is fake tree or real tree?
I think at some point in your life you have to get a real tree for the
Yes.
experience.
Yes.
But for long term, I'm all about the fake tree.
Really?
Yeah, I can't deal with all the pine leaves.
I want
falling
the pine
everywhere.
needles. I want it.
I don't.
Really?
I've done the real tree. It's great, and I'm over it. So fake tree, pine spray, I'm good to go.
And the pine spray?
Pine spray. So it feels like it's a
Wow.
real tree. It smells like it's a real tree, but it's a fake tree.
Wow, I've never done the pine
And you
spray.
can keep the fake tree forever. Well, they got about 10-year life. But like you keep the fake tree for a long time. You buy some pine spray, you good to go.
I've never heard of using pine spray.
Oh, absolutely.
Wow. Okay. All right. I'm more of a real
See,
tree
some
guy.
people might think that's ghetto, but it's actually a life hack.
Okay.
You know, come on. With black people, they call it ghetto. With white people, it's a life hack.
Life hack. Yes. This is true. It is a complete life hack. That's funny.
Oh my gosh.
That's
All right.
funny.
Well, you guys, it has been a great year, and we thank you so much for tuning in, listening, engaging with us. We got a lot of stuff coming up for 2020. We hope you have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and be safe. And we will talk to you in the new year.
Be good.
Bye.
Later. And this episode of We Need to Talk is brought to you by Black Brew, the darkest, richest, boldest coffee anywhere.
Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at We Need to Talk the Podcast and Twitter at _We Need to Talk _.